The glue on this interfacing requires very vigorous ironing. It's not one that sticks very easily. I had to really fight with it. I was wondering whether it was the interfacing that was of not good quality, but I'd purchased the best quality interfacing. This is what gives the stiffness to the necklines. It is but it does require vigorous and once stuck it is very firm. So make sure to use the iron at utmost high speed and iron it vigorously. If you have this, at first instance you tend to think that there is something wrong with the interfacing, but I promise you there's nothing wrong with the interfacing. You do need to use a very hot iron and put a lot of pressure on it. This is what I meant with vigorous ironing, in order for it. So trim away the excess, and then what we want is additional piece of from the spare fabric. We want an additional one cutting to the same size as this. Now with this secondary piece that you've cut, this first one, what we're going to do is half this and put a notch in it. And this secondary piece, we're just going to turn the edge of this going all the way around, just edge on, just do a seaming just so that all the unsalvaged edges are on the inside. And this one we're going to measure along to see what this actually fits. Okay, slightly bit less. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to seam this just to slightly shrink it, because the neckline is just a little bit wide. And then once that's had a stay stitching done on it, it will shrink it slightly, and then we're going to take this. Now the other thing you could do with this is, because you're going to sew fairly close right next to the interfacing, you need to trim this down a little bit, because if it's too much of a margin it becomes difficult to stitch. So trim it down and then stitch this right next to, with this side on top, right next to the neckline. And once that's done and this one has been stitched, what we're going to do is run a seam against this, attaching the two together, so that way it'll be attached to the neckline. And I'll come back and I'll explain that.